Hello, you wonderful people. My name is Gnome and welcome back to another episode of Asagao Academy. So let's just get right into it. Okay, here, let me situate myself. I didn't get situated like I was supposed to. God, I'm such a bad Let's Player, so I don't make Let's Plays. Okay. Poppy Hall was lined with fluorescent lights and Asagao blue lockers. The lack of students milling around in the hallway indicated we were a bit late. We ran up the stairs and made it into the classroom just as the bell rang. My heart caught in my throat. Thankfully, the teacher hadn't come yet. Instead, students clumped into tight pods and milled around the classroom, catching up on vacation news.
John.
Thank you so much for showing me to class, John.
See you later.
No problem. I'll see you around. God, he sounds so casual, and I love it. He waved and disappeared into the whirling mass of students. I glanced around the room, looking for an empty seat. Hana! Sorry. My peeled herself out from between a cuddling couple. Was that Jontron? Were you just talking to Jontron? Yeah. Mai's eyes widened and I couldn't help feeling a little smug. I realized I didn't know the way to class after you and I got separated, and he offered to walk me. Mai emitted a highly pressurized squeal. Jontron walked you to class. Oh my gosh, you have to tell me everything. She grabbed me by the wrist and pulled me into an empty desk in the back corner of the room right next to the window. Jeez, I don't know what's wrong with me. I saved you a seat. I slid in and took off my backpack, hooking it on the side of my desk. I was a little bit worried the books inside were too heavy for the bag to handle, but so far it held up well. Sorry we got separated, by the way. It can get a little chaotic sometimes. So tell me, what happened? What did he say? What did he smell like? Does he have peach fuzz? Is it rough? Wait, what? These are very important questions I am asking. You need to answer them. Was his hair super silky, or did it have the roughness of a dog's coat? But before I could answer, the door to the front of the room slid open, and a tall woman strolled in. The class went quiet and obediently slid into their seats. My heart beat furiously, blood rushing through my ears.
Class?
Good morning, class. The teacher's melodious voice swarmed through the room, calming the buzzing of high... Holy cow, I just apparently can't speak right now. I don't know why. Calming the buzzing high of students back from break. Oh my goodness. I promise I'll get this down soon. My shoulders relaxed and my fear ebbed away. I am your teacher, Shizuka... Shizuka Wakahisa. You may call me Ms. Shizuka. There you go. Jeez. That time I have an excuse. Foreign languages are not my forte, for sure. The emphasis she placed on the word led me to believe calling her Mrs. wasn't a mistake she would take lightly. Some of you might have noticed that we have a new student this semester. A hail of murmurs passed through the class. Some people glanced at me. Nope. There was the fear again. Would you like to come up and introduce yourself? I nodded, stood, and slowly walked to the front of the room, counting my steps to make sure I wouldn't fall. I faced the class, took a deep breath to introduce myself, and noticed a familiar face in the crowd. Oh, okay, I thought she was going to speak. There was John, sitting with two other boys wearing Normal Boots club jackets. Oh, I cheated, Pubagoo! Oh, wait, no, Pubagoo's his evil twin. He doesn't have the horns there. If he had the horns, then it'd be Pubagoo. Oh my goodness. Or P-Butt Gay. One of the ones. Anyways, I'm fangirling so hard. One of the boys, the tallest one, was staring at me, the barest of frowns on his face. Something about him seemed really familiar. Wait, he was PBG, wasn't he? The other founder of Normal Boots Club. Suddenly, all the strength left my knees. What should I do? Why was he frowning? Was it possible that I already made a bad impression on him? You had to be kidding me. If he didn't like me, what did that mean about everyone else? Why wouldn't they follow his lead? I swallowed. The faces of the class began to congeal? forming one giant blob. You moved from Amarisu, right? I nodded and swallowed again. Then, like a beacon of light, I noticed my smiling and giving me a thumbs up. That's right. What would Mai do in this situation?
Yes, I've just moved here. My name is Hana Mizuno. I transferred from Amaririsu Public High School.
Man, I pronounced that so wrong. I should have noticed I was pronouncing it wrong anyways, though. So I'm just gonna say Amaririsu. I think it's, I don't know. I'm not gonna try that again.
I'm really excited to be here. I hope you'll all take good care of me from now on.
That seemed like a really weird thing to say. When I looked up, PPG wasn't frowning, but he still seemed oddly confused. Maybe he always looked like that. Yeah, I would say so. Definitely, he always just looks confused. Thank you. You may be seated. I returned to my seat, heaving a small sigh. The hardest part of the day was over. That's what you think, Hana. I really don't know. Shizuka began to talk about standard procedure for the semester, the rules for classes, when homework was due, and that sort of thing. It was all very familiar to my old school, and I spaced out in spite of myself. A brief flicker of movement caught my eye. PPG again. I glanced at him, and his head snapped back to the billboard. What was his problem? Class continued on like that until Class continued on like that until finally the bell rang and it was time for lunch. Ugh. Mai stretched her arms over her head and yawned. Man, I hate the first day of class. It's always so boring. Weren't you looking forward to it this morning? Something about exciting things happening? Oh yeah, but I already did. You met JonTron, didn't you? Now I've got nothing left to look forward to. She sighed. And I was hoping to see Jared before class, too. She slouched and fell across the front of my desk. It seemed like this would be happening a lot. Is Jared really that hot? Yes, of course he is, Hana. What the hell do you think this is? Mai's head snapped back up, her eyes flashing. What did you say? If you stare directly at it for too long, your nose will melt off. I've seen it happen. What? Anyways, let's head to lunch. I'm super hungry. Wow, that was a really quick change. Oh. I looked at my backpack. It held up throughout class, but I worried that if I didn't take some stuff out of it now, I might do some permanent damage to it. Especially with Satch's book in there. I couldn't exactly afford a new backpack. I need to put something in my locker first. But if we don't go now, they'll run out of sesame seed buns. Oh. That's okay. I'll just go on ahead. Come find me, okay? Alright. I was so lucky to have someone like her as my roommate. Yeah, she's pretty chill. I don't know, maybe with me I probably would get a little overwhelmed, but at the same time, at least she's nice, you know? Like, you can be very eccentric, but as long as you're nice, that's really all that matters, I guess. At least to me. Anyways, as quick as I could, I went to my locker and shoved the book inside. As good of a book as it was, I was infinitely happier that I had Mai around so I didn't have to read it. But what if something happens and you need it, Hana? What are you doing? Without her, who knew what I would do with myself, especially with PBG staring at me like that. Maybe I could ask her what was up with him when I meet her in the cafeteria? It might just be the way that he was. Cheered, I headed for the cafeteria. There, I'm gonna save quick. You never know if something might happen. I carried my melon bread through the minefield of people, searching for the now familiar sight of Mai's red hair. Where is she? I couldn't see her anywhere, and there was almost no empty seats. All around me, students circled each other, laughing and joking, sharing bites of food, and splitting the cost for sodas. I was about to say spitting the cost for... That's weird. Suddenly, I felt very obvious and very alone. Isn't there anywhere I can sit? Just then I spotted a table at the front of the room. Oh, God, yes! Oh. Oh, my God. I love him so much. Fucking Ian. God damn it. You know, this is a little, you can tell it's a little outdated because if you've watched Normal Boots videos lately, watch BrutalMoose videos lately, you know that he has some facial hair going on right now. A lone boy sat at it, stabbing his spaghetti with vigor of a Roman general. Was he having a hard time with it? Ian's always having a hard time with everything. I moved closer to him, working up the courage to ask to sit with him. Well, no wonder he was eating his spaghetti with a spoon. Wait a second. This guy was in my class, wasn't he? I saw him that morning at the front of the room. He was wearing a jacket just like the Normal Boots Club, but it's different. A gold and gray jacket with an 8-bit block on the front. Was he a member of another club? Or maybe he was friends with them.
Hey!
Hey, what?
Hana!
Oh, Mai. Mai appeared between me and the boy who glanced up at us before returning to his spaghetti. Thank goodness I found you. I saved a table for you in the back. Oh. I looked at the boy, then I looked at Mai. Come on. She grabbed my shoulder rather forcefully and pushed me back to the back of the room. Hey, what's wrong?
Wow.
You are so lucky I got here when I did. That kid is BrutalMoose. His real name's Ian. He's from the Hidden Block Club. The Hidden Block Club? Yeah, the rival of the Normal Boots Club. He's really weird. I mean, she looked around her to make sure no one was listening in, but we are completely alone in our little corner of the cafeteria. He speaks in Comic Sans. Oh my God, yes! Whoa! That's so cool. Yeah, it'd be better to stay away from him, especially since you've already gotten to know some of the Normal Boots guys. What are you talking about? I only just met John today. Uh-huh? Yeah, right. I saw the way PBG was staring at you. He totally likes you.
Really?
Is that what you thought it was? Either Mai was blind or she had a serious case of wishful thinking. Oh, totally. It was so cute. Just like my favorite manga. You meet in high school, fall in love, and then go off and fight aliens together. That's very ideal. I appreciate that. I don't think that's going to happen. Have some faith in yourself. That's totally happening. So, now that you're in good with PBG, can you introduce me to Jared? Oh, was that what she was getting at? A hot flash of doubt seized me. Was it possible that Mai only liked me because she thought I knew the Normal Boots guys? That couldn't be the case, though. She was so nice. Still, looking at her shining, eager face, I couldn't talk myself out of the idea. I actually thought PBG didn't like me.
What?
Why would you think that?
Well...
He was glaring at me. Man, you just don't understand. It's a love triangle. A love triangle. Wait, a triangle now? I can see it. Stars practically erupted from her eyes. PBG, I can't. But Hana, I love you. But my maidenhood... Where are you going with this? I slammed my fork into the table. Mai looked pleased with herself. Okay, I'm just kidding. You're really cute when you blush. You almost match your hair. That's not fair at all. I beg to differ. Still, I searched my mind, eager to change the subject. That was an impressive scenario.
What?
What? No, it wasn't. I just made it up on the spot. Mai laughed nervously. Oh, so that girl who was talking to me when we got separated? Mai told the story of her past friendship with this girl, like they were eternal arch nemesis. Apparently, they had some bad blood. I nodded, choosing to take the time to relax. Before I knew it, we were finished eating. We got up and tossed our trays together. As I headed toward the door, though, Mai hesitated. Hey, I forgot something back at the dorm. Oh, need help? No, I am totally okay. I'm just gonna go get it. I'll see you later, though, right?
See you later.
Okay, I'll see you in class. I waved and Mai sprinted off in the direction of the dorms. Alone again, I crossed my arms and headed back to Poppy Hall. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm gonna cut it here. So, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And peace out, Girl Scouts.